So Effie was this character who was up to a series regular before the season started, but we haven't seen her being much of a major player yet, apart from a few scenes where she showed us she's someone who's able to hold it down, and someone who Diana can learn from as well. But I do think the best is still to come from Effie, so in this video we're going to run through a brief character analysis with what we know so far, and what we can expect from a character going into the second half of the season. But before we do, let's rewind it back to a character profile and remind ourselves of a character description, which reads: a Yale student no stranger to drama. Effie's quest to financial freedom via drug dealings leads her to big competition, her former choke classmates, Tariq and Brayden. But when Effie decides to join forces with Tariq and Brayden again, she's going to be forced to determine where her loyalties lie, with herself and only herself, or with the people that have shown their true colours time and time again. Now, Effie is this character who doesn't sell out of choice. She's someone who told us in season 1 that she sells just to get by. It pays for her books and it pays for college, compared to Tariq where it was just a hobby for him before. But that changed quickly, of course, because Tariq had no choice but to sell to pay for Davis McLean, and now he finds himself in jail, and he's going to find his business is going to be on thin ice. And this is where not just Brayden is going to step up, but Effie as well. We went through an in-depth character analysis of Diana in this video, and how she could be the one to help Tariq get rid of Kane, and how she could help Tariq. But the other girls in Tariq's life is also going to play a huge role in different ways, especially Effie. Now, while Tariq is in jail, it's going to be business as usual, because business doesn't stop just because Tariq is in jail. So we're going to find Effie be the one to really hold it down while Tariq's inside. And this will make them a lot more closer as well in the second half of the season, especially if Lauren isn't in the picture. And Effie is the only one out of the 3 girls that actually understands Tariq, knows who he is, and what he's been through, because she seems like she's been through similar issues. In episode 9 of the first season, she called him a monster because she is as well. She's someone who's also had a troubled past, with her brother being killed in a robbery gone wrong, and her parents, who she really doesn't have much contact with. It was mentioned very briefly in the conversation between her and Diana when they went to go boost some clothes, where Effie said, let's just say I leave my parents alone and they leave me alone, and she's good on her own. So with that being said, she's someone who adopts Law 20, do not commit to anyone. So she maintains her independence by committing to only herself, which we learn from her character description, and by doing so, she remains in control, which is why we see others coming to her, and this is how she gains power and attention, exactly like Diana came to her, and how Brayden and Tariq went to Effie to shift their weight as well. Diana is someone who wants this independence, and when she saw Effie, she saw someone who has what she wants, which Moni's not allowing her to have. And as kids, sometimes naturally you do the opposite of what your parents want you to do, so she wanted to get in on the action as well, and Effie's her route. But by using this law, Effie plays the game to her own advantage by not committing to anyone. For example, when she told Diana that she can have Tariq, but she also warned her about getting involved with him, because even though Diana does know who Tariq is, she doesn't know him as well as Effie does, and Diana definitely hasn't experienced as much pain as Effie has. This scene and facial expression from Effie told us exactly how much pain she's been through, which is why she's tough, because she's had no choice but to be strong and to hold it down for herself. We saw how she was able to throw her hands, where she didn't even have one scratch on her face, compared to Brayden, and she definitely wasn't shy in pulling her piece either. So I wonder if she's caught a body in the past. I really wouldn't be surprised if she has. But even though we do know she can throw her hands, there's some things which we don't know. For example, who was Effie's mentor in the game, and who did she learn from? Every single person in the game has had a mentor. Ghost and Tommy came up under Breeze and Kanan. We're watching a young Kanan learn from Marvin, Raquel, and Scrappy in raising Kanan. Ghost refused to teach Tariq the game, so we learned the game from Kanan and Tasha as well.
Alright, Tariq. I'm gonna teach you the game.
But who is Effie's mentor and teacher in the game? Because she would have had someone teach her as well. And she doesn't just move weight, she showed us in episode 4 that she uses clone credit cards to purchase designer clothes and then sell to a boost man, which is very similar to what Jukebox does in Raising Kanan with their boosting clothes. And let's not forget, they had her looking very similar to the older Jukebox with the braids and how she's also into girls. But I do wonder if we're ever going to learn who mentored Effie and who her connect is as well. There is still so much mystery and questions when it comes to who Effie's connect is. There's a few players that have come and gone. There was of course Rico, there's now Mecca who's come back to New York, and there's also Mahoney, who's been mentioned a few times, who's been beefing with Mecca for territory. But no doubt, I think we're going to learn more about Effie's character and her background, which I do think is coming in the second half of the season. So Effie is definitely one to watch, and I can see her being on some demon time. and it's just a short one today because we've not actually seen too much of Effie to really dive deep on her character, but I'm sure that will change over the course of the season. So drop all your thoughts on Effie so far in the comment section, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.